The last thing we talked about was lying and liars and how to spot liars. We talked a little bit about that. We also talked about connecting words with special focus on, on contrasting words in reality. That's what we studied, how to use however and how to use although, even though, and also in spite of and despite, even though all of them have the same meaning more or less, but grammatically they're a little bit different. We use them in slightly different ways. All of them, of course, connect clauses, except for however, which is used more with sentences. Yeah. We use it to connect sentences, but I think the idea is sort of clear. We did a few exercises about that. We also talked very briefly about differences between British and American accents. And then we started with, medical problems, health problems, how to talk about certain illnesses or, health problems, how to discuss it. So we did that. We also divided them into 3 groups. So either into health problems, symptoms, and of course the treatment. I think we finished number 2, and we also finished number 3 with both patients, one of them who ate a horrible dinner made by his kids, I think. And the other one, I can't remember the other one's problem. Was it the flu? I think the flu, he had the flu, right? He was sneezing.
Maybe. I was disconnected in the last, the end of the last session. Yeah. I think he has got a flu.
Yeah, I remember he was sneezing. Yeah, because we made fun of Corona, Ibrahim and I. So I think it was. It was the flu. Okay, so here I think we're going to watch the second part. Or is it the second part? No, I think they want us to listen to the recording again. But what do they want? They want to take the true sentences, correct the false ones. Okay, so let's do it. It's just a quick and easy true-false question, number 4. This is where we'll start today. All right, so let's do that. Let's listen again, and let's take true-false for the sentences we listened to in number 4, intermediate. So CD2, track 48. Okay.
Track 48. Conversation 1.
Hello, Mr. Phillips. Take a seat.
Thank you.
Now, what seems to be the problem?
I'm not feeling very well. I've got a terrible stomachache and I keep throwing up.
Have you had any diarrhea?
No, I haven't.
How long have you been feeling like this?
Since late last night.
Do you know if you're allergic to anything?
No, not that I know of.
What have you eaten recently?
Well, my 2 children cooked dinner for my wife and me last night. It was our wedding anniversary, you see, and they wanted to surprise us.
That was a nice thought. What did you have?
Well, I'm not sure what it was, actually. Some sort of a seafood and pasta dish. They spent a long time cooking it, so, I felt I had to eat it. It wasn't very nice, to be honest. My wife hardly ate any, so I ate hers too.
Okay, I think you've got food poisoning. And the best thing to do is to rest and don't eat anything for the next 24 hours. After that, you can eat things like bread or rice, but no milk or cheese.
Right.
And drink lots of water, or black tea with a little sugar in.
Okay. Do I need to make another appointment?
No, I'm sure you'll be fine. But come back if you're not feeling better in 2 days.
Thanks a lot.
And maybe tell your children that you want to go to a restaurant next year.
Yes, I will. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Conversation 2.
Hello, Mr. Green. Please sit down.
Thanks.
What seems to be the problem?
Well, I haven't been feeling very well recently. My chest hurts and I keep getting really bad headaches.
Have you been taking anything for them?
Yes, paracetamol, but it didn't really help much.
Have you got any other symptoms?
Yes, I can't stop sneezing.
Yes, I can see that. And how long have you been feeling like this?
Oh, let me see. It's 3 days now.
Right, let me have a look at you. Say R. That's fine, thanks. I'm just going to take your temperature. Yes, got a bit of a temperature, but nothing serious. I think you've got a virus. You need to stay in bed and rest for 2 or 3 days.
Do I need
A what? Bless you.
Thanks. Do I need some antibiotics? I'm allergic to penicillin, by the way.
No, antibiotics don't work with viruses, but I'm going to give you something stronger for the headaches.
Oh, right.
Here's a prescription for some painkillers.
Thanks a lot. How often should I take them?
Every 4 hours. If you're not better in 3 days, then come back and we'll do some blood tests.
Thank you, Doctor.
Not at all. Goodbye.
Bye.
Right, who's the next patient? Oh, no.
Okay. So we just need to choose true and false. Let's start with conversation 1. So Mr. Phillips, is he allergic to anything?
Mr. Phillips.
Yeah, the first one with the food poisoning.
No.
No, didn't say.
Yeah, because she asked him and he said no. All right. What about number 2? His children cooked him a meal for his birthday.
True.
Is it true? Was it his birthday?
No, anniversary.
Anniversary.
Yeah,
Anniversary.
exactly. Yeah, I remember it was the anniversary.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. The doctor says he shouldn't eat for a day. Is that true? Is that what she said?
Not don't eat, لكن ممكن milk and drink a lot of liquids and don't. Yeah, maybe it's true.
Yeah, it's actually for the first day. This is what she said. She said you shouldn't eat for a day, at least the first day.
Yeah.
And after that, she said, rice, bread,
Yeah,
but no milk or cheese,
yeah, some.
and lots of water, right?
Yeah, blood diet.
A bland diet, exactly. Yes, that's what's needed. All right, Mr. Phillips has to come back to see the doctor again. Is that true? Does he have to come back?
Has to come back and see the doctor again. No.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, she told him there is no need. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, what about the flu guy, the second person, Mr. Green? Has he been taking paracetamol? Is this true?
True.
It's true.
She didn't say paracetamol. She didn't say something stronger for her.
I think he did, actually. Yeah, but the only thing he said...
took them in home, in the house before he came.
at home. But he said it's not been, they haven't been working.
Effective.
They're not that effective.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Got
Okay, when did he start feeling ill? Was it 2 days ago, or was it 3 days ago, or?
3 days ago.
Correct.
3 days ago.
Yeah, not 2, exactly, yeah. All right, so that's false. And the doctor tells him to go to bed and rest.
Yeah.
Yes, she did. She told him you need some rest. And the doctor gives him a prescription for antibiotics. Is that true?
No. because it's
No.
virus.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she told him it's a virus. There's no point. All right. Okay. So it's just a true false. Now, in part 5 here, it says here, match the beginnings and the ends of these sentences. Okay, so this is what patients typically say when they visit their GP. And these are the normal things they say, or their complaints, how they usually complain. So let's have a quick match here. Let's match them. And let's see. So the first one is number 1. I'm not feeling very well.
Very well.
Yeah. What about number 2? I haven't been
Feeling very well recently.
Yeah, I think that's correct. And then I've got
a terrible stomach ache.
Mm-hmm. And my chest
hurts.
And I keep
getting really bad headaches.
Getting a really bad headache.
Right. Okay. And in the second group, we have I can't stop
sneezing.
I think so. Do I need
some antibiotics?
Yeah. And I'm allergic
penicillin.
To penicillin.
Yeah, to penicillin. Yeah. How often
should I take them?
Yeah. And do I need to
make another appointment?
Yeah. So these are common things patients say. All right. Now they want us to take a look at sentence 5 and sentence 6. Okay, let's box number 5 and 6 here. And let's see. So what do they want to know? Number 5 and 6. It says, look again at sentences 5 and 6, then choose the correct words or phrases in these rules. All right. So here it says, we use I keep and I can't stop for things that happen once or things that happen lots of times. What do you think?
Lots of times.
Yeah, I think it's sort of obvious. Yeah, lots of times. If you say I can't stop sneezing, for example, or I keep coughing, it means this is something that's you're stuck with for a while now, and you're unhappy about it, and you're seeking the doctor. Yeah. Okay, so it says in the second part of the question, we want these things to happen, or we don't want these things to happen.
We don't want.
Yeah, it means it's, you know, you're kind of stuck with something and you're not happy about it, right?
You're complaining about it.
Exactly, you're complaining. I keep itching or I keep scratching myself, or I keep feeling, you know, whatever it is. So it's a complaint. All right, second point. It says when you want to use I keep or I can't stop, should you use the infinitive or should you use verb plus ing?
I can't stop sneezing. I kept getting ing.
Yes.
ing.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, in both examples, they use the ing after that. So I keep getting bad headaches. I keep getting stomach aches. I can't stop sneezing. I can't stop coughing. I can't stop throwing up, and so on. All right, so that's all they want us to answer here, this part. I don't think it's too hard. Okay, let's move on. Let's check number 6. We might have another conversation. I'm not feeling very well. Yeah, okay, we can skip this part because they just want us to read them again. But number 7 is more interesting. So number 7 here, we need to match the words and phrases. No, it's not match, it's cross out. Okay, so 2 of them are correct, but 1 is incorrect. So it's find the odd one out. We need to cross it out. Okay, let's start with number 1. Let's read it as an example. I've been feeling terrible lately. I've been feeling great lately. Okay, so you can't say I've been feeling virus. It doesn't work. All right, number 2, Brian, what do you think? Number 7, 2 here, this one.
لا قاعد نجرب فيهم مع بعض. I've got a rush.
Okay, try all 3 of them. And the weird one, this means we need to cross it out. two of them will work, but one of them won't.
Okay. I got asthma. I threw up بالغلط.
Yes, exactly right. Yes. So let's cross it out. Okay, Noha, next one.
I'm allergic to cats. Antibiotics. Hay fever.
Yeah.
Hay fever غلط.
Yeah, it's a complaint. It's not something you're allergic to. Correct. Yeah. Number 4, Brahim.
I keep waking up at night. A temperature.
Correct. Yeah, because it's a noun, and we need verb plus ing when we use I keep. Correct. Number 5.
Instead of coughing, feeling sick. Food poisoning.
Same thing, same point. Yeah. All right. Number 6, Brahim.
I feel a bit headache. It's not.
You're right. Yes, correct. Because with headache, usually you say I've got or I have. We don't say I feel.
What's the meaning of run down?
Run down is like
Pressure.
really, yeah, exactly. Really tired. You know, it's very tired. Run down. Yeah, I'm really tired. All right. Number 7. Naha, you could do number 7.
I need some computers. Migraine.
Yeah, nobody needs migraines. Okay.
Yeah.
And the last one, Ibrahim?
Sneeze.
Yes, correct. All right, so this wasn't too difficult for you. Very nice. All right, now in number 8, what we need to do is we need to use prompts. So these are incomplete sentences. They only gave you a few prompts, but we need to make out a whole conversation just from these prompts here in exercise number 8. Let me show you the whole thing. Here we go. Okay. So this is a conversation between 3 people, I think. No, 2 people. Between Mrs. Wells and her doctor. All right. So work in pairs, cover 76. Use these prompts. Okay. So let's see the prompts in the first example. So doctor, hello, Mrs. Wells. Now, what seems be problem? Now, what seems to be the problem? So this is what's missing. Okay, but this is of course based on, it's not based on the previous page, is it? Or is it based on the previous page? I think it's based on the questions from the previous page. Let me just check. Yeah, so they are based here from number 2. Can you see number 2, the one we finished in our last lesson? Do you remember exercise 2?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this conversation is more or less based on that, but it also seems to be a mix of also the patient part. So it's not just what the doctor says, it's also what the patient says. Okay, so I think it might be fair. Would you like me to show both pages, or would you like to try it without checking the other page? What do you think? What do you suggest?
Without.
Without, okay, give it a try then. All right, so Brahim, you can take Mrs. Wells, and we can give the doctor to Noha, and let's see, okay? So you can start.
أنا Mr. Wells.
You're Mrs. Wells. I have a better idea. Do you want me to give you a few minutes first? Do you think that's better?
Okay.
Yeah, because it needs a little bit of thinking, I think. Yeah, take a few minutes. Okay, I'll go get my water. Okay, are you ready or not yet?
Okay.
Ibrahim, are you ready? Are you there, Ibrahim?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just forgot.
All right, so let's start. Okay, so doctor, Noha, you can start first, and then we can switch. Okay.
Okay. Hello, Mrs. Will. Now, what seems to be the problem?
I'm not feeling very well recently. My chest hurts and I can't stop coughing.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know if you are allergic to anything?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Have you got any other symptoms?
Yes, I keep waking up at night with a blocked up nose.
Right. Let me have a look at you. How long have you been feeling like this?
For about 3 days now.
Right. I'm just going to take your to take a temperature. Yes, it's a bit high. I think you've got a chest infection. Here is a prescription for some antibiotics.
How often should I take them?
4 times a day for a week. Come back if you didn't feel better 3 days. Into 3 days.
Okay. Okay. Can you do 13
Okay,
again, Noha?
thank you. That's fine.
Come back.
4 times a day for a week.
Okay.
Come back if you didn't feel better in next 3 days. On next 3 days.
No, the 3 days is in 3 days is correct. I'm concerned with come back if you
didn't feel well, better.
Why didn't?
If you don't.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
لكن عندك days فكيف in 3 days on مفروض ولا؟
On is usually for a specific day. Here we're using days like a period, 3 days together, like a period of time. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why we say in 1 day it will be ready in 2 days. It will be ready, you know, if you need something signed by an office, maybe they'll tell you it will be ready in 2 days. So if you're using it as a period, we use in. But you're right, if you're talking about the same day itself, on the same day we say, right? On Saturday, on July the 2nd, and so on.
Yeah.
All right, okay, nice. There's one thing I'm not sure about, number 9, Naha. I just got to take.
I'm just going to.
Okay. Okay.
Your temperature.
Yeah, your temperature. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's switch it one last time. This time, Brahim, you can be the doctor. Naha can be Mrs. Wells. Okay, go ahead, doctor. You can start. We'll switch the order. You can start first this time.
Okay. Hello, Mrs. Wells. Now, what seems to be the problem?
I haven't been feeling very well recently. My chest hurts and can't stop coughing.
Do you know if you are
Yes.
If you are allergic to anything?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, have you got any other symptoms?
Yes, I keep waking up night with blocked up nose.
Right. Let me have a look at you. How long have you been feeling like this?
For about 3 days now.
Right. I just need to take your temperature. Yes, it's a bit high. I think I've got a chest infection. Here's a prescription for some antibiotics.
Okay.
How,
Yeah, go ahead.
How often should I take them?
4 times a day for a week. Come back if you don't feel any better in 3 days.
Thank you, doctor. Goodbye.
All right. Now, I see what you did here with number 9, Ibrahim. You used need. I just need to take your temperature. It's fine. It's correct. Even though here they want you, I think, to use go. But if you had to use go, how would you use it? And remember, you can add something. You can add something to I.
I'm just going to take your temperature.
Yes, that's it. But if you say, I need to take your temperature, no difference. It's okay. It's the same. It's the same thing. All right. So this is a typical conversation between, a GP, because the idea, I think, why they're emphasizing GPs here. I don't know if you know about the British system, the British health system. Now the Canadian health system is in a way based on the British system, which is very different from our system here in Libya. The British system is usually you have a family doctor who's a GP, a general practitioner, right? And this family doctor is familiar with everything you have. They're used to you. Do you get the idea? This is, I think, one of probably the biggest advantages of this system. The family doctor knows about your children, knows the allergies they have, knows the health problems they have, knows how often they get tonsillitis or whatever common problems. Do you get the idea? They're very used to you. And this is a great thing, I think, because this GP, he solves all the small problems. Any minor problem, they deal with it. You don't need to go to the hospital at all. Do you get the idea? I think here in Libya, they tried it for a short time, but it failed. With the polyclinics, اللي هم المستوصفات العامة, polyclinics. كان المفروض هذه وظيفتهم الرعاية الأولية اللي هي
هم حتى الأخصائيين نفسهم ليبيا غير ياخذوا حتى الميديكال هيستوري. ما ياخذوش فيه.
ولا examination.
حتى في طبيب حتى في المريض بالذات المسنين، يعني المسنين هو تخصص بروحه، ما ياخذوش حتى الهيستوري حتى من المسنين. تصور تاخذ أدوية شني كذا لين أنت تقعد تقول له راهو يعني
صح. ولا يتابع الأطباء اللي قبله. They don't even check the doctors who treated the one before.
ما يتابعش حتى داروا لهم منظومات وداروا لهم واحد.
Yeah, it's a horrible system. It's very bad. That's why medical care in Libya is really poor. It's really bad. There's no follow-up. There's no consistency. There's no one doctor who knows the patient well. Each day there's a new doctor. Each day
and
there's a new
doctors, they don't trust
each other.
They don't trust each other, because when you see a doctor and you see another one, he re-ask you, re-demand all the things that the former asked for.
Yeah, and they changed the treatment.
New CT, new analysis, new.
Yeah. And sometimes they don't even give the same treatment. They say, no, that doctor doesn't know what he's doing. This treatment is not good. Let's try this one. Let's try another one. And sometimes the treatment is just about to start working and they cancel it.
Choppy.
And my voice, is it choppy? Hello? Can you hear me?
لا لا أمور
Yeah,
تمام.
it was.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
okay
it,
now.
if it gets choppy, just let me know because maybe they're using YouTube or something. So I'll just tell them stop. Okay, yeah. So it's a problem, I think, in Libya. Okay, now we have a little a mini pronunciation exercise. I think it's not too boring. It's a nice one. This one. It's these letters are very problematic. The O-U-G-H.
It's choppy, doctor.
It's choppy. Brian, can you hear me clearly?
لا لا أمور طيبة.
ما فيش تقطيع بكل. هل يقطع ولا ما يقطعش؟
لا نسمع فيك عادي. لا الحق عادي.
نهى
عندي مرة
تسمعي فيها مقطع
مرات
صوت.
يقطع شوية، مرات يقطع شكلها مش عارف، عندي مشكلة
أنا شوي بس نستأذن.
اوكي. نقدر نجرب النت الثاني لكن اعتقد اسوء تو رياده، هذا ممكن مازال احسن شويه. Can you check your internet, Noha, just in case?
لا احنا ضي هارب فبديت في عندنا مشاكل اليومين هادو فهم.
هو الثاني هارب لكن هنا حسن الحظ عادة ما يأثرش.
تسمع فيها كويس؟
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Yes, واضح الصوت.
Okay.
Okay, now let's talk a little bit about this combination. These four letters, the O, U, G, H. And of course, these are, they're pronounced slightly differently from word to word. Now, let's start with this exercise. It says, work in pairs, check. You know how to say the sounds and words in the table. All right, can you say the first word here, Noha? How do you read this? Okay, next one.
Stuff.
Okay, the next one.
Row.
Okay.
Shout.
Okay.
To. Off.
Okay.
Off.
And off. Now, what we want to do is, do you see the words in the box below here?
Yeah.
Can you put each word in the right place, depending on how it sounds? Give it a try.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's start with the first one.
First one, oat.
Okay, where should it go?
Yeah.
With which one should it go?
Oat. Row. Oat. Shout. To. Oat ممكن مع grow.
Okay, let's try it. Keep in mind, this is a little difficult, this exercise. It's not as easy as it looks. Because do you see how many sounds we have? You have 6 different sounds, imagine. So it's not an easy exercise. Okay, so if you make any mistakes, not important. Okay, next word.
Throat.
Where do you want to put it?
Throat. Off. To. Stop.
I have a better idea. I have a suggestion. Why don't you start with the ones you're confident of? Choose the ones you like from the box. Start with those, and maybe the other ones you can answer them by exclusion if you're not sure about them. Get the idea?
Enough تمشي مع stuff.
Okay, let's put enough here with stuff. Okay.
rough تمشي حتى هي نفس الشيء مع stuff.
All right.
كف نفس الشيء. cough.
Okay.
ايه هادو 3 خرائط. rough enough. كيف تنقرأ هدية؟ throw silent GH.
Which one?
The last word.
The last word. The last
Yeah.
word. This is the past of think. What's the past of think?
لا مش وينها throat.
Are you talking about the last one in the bottom?
No.
First line.
First line.
Okay, because if I read it, I'll solve the question for you. And I don't want to read it. Do you get? Okay. Can you say it again?
Throw. Not throw.
No. You know what happens? How do you move in a tunnel? What happens when you go in a tunnel? What do we call the movement of? Do you get the idea? You know a tunnel.
Yeah.
And when a car goes blank tunnel. Yes, that's it.
Through.
Yeah. There you are.
Through. لأن كلهم جيت حطيت فيهم.
Yeah.
Through تمشي مع through. To.
Okay. Okay. We'll just write the answers and then we can check from the listening.
Through. Or throw. No, through.
No, the first way you read it is correct.
Yeah. Boat. اشترى. past participle ولا؟
Yeah.
Boat. Shout. تمشي مع shout. ممكن.
Okay. Now let me give you a little tip. I mean, how do you read this one?
Which one?
Here on the top. Okay, let me write it here in the bottom.
يعني.
Yeah, all I'm going to say is that these two are not the same sound.
Boat.
They're not the same sound. They're a bit different. Okay.
دولة boat. Out. والثانية out. لا.
No.
Boat حتى هي.
Yeah, but not the same sound. You're reading them in the same way. You're saying boat, but they're not boat. The first one is boat, but the second one is not.
ما فيش الساوند إما boat إما bout إما boot. Boat.
There's another one. It's the same. It's the same as this. The same.
Where is it?
At the top. Here. Can you see the four ones together?
It's under your screen. Under your.
Okay, let me write it in another place. Okay, let me write it here. Can you see it on the left side?
Coat, fought, brought, sewed. So what's the difference?
No, you're not reading it correctly.
Bought, coat, brought, sewed.
What you're doing is you're reading this sound. Now these words are the same. Boat, coat, float, goat. Okay, but the ones here. No problem. The ones here are not the same way. Let's see. Maybe Ibrahim is more familiar with this. Ibrahim, can you see the words in the box here, the red box?
The red one.
Can you read them?
Broth, فوت coat. مش عارف شنو الكلمات.
Okay, I think you need to work together, both of you. So here, let me explain the exercise. This is a hard exercise, by the way. It's not easy. And we're discussing these problematic combination, the OUGH, because sometimes it's silent, but sometimes it has the sound of F, like laugh or rough, right? So it's not always the same sound. But what's even worse is the vowel part is also different. Now, here, can you see these words, Brian? The list, the ones with the blue letters. Can you read this column, please? Can you see them?
Sort, stuff, grow, shout, to, off.
Okay. Now, what we need to do is we need to match the same sound in the blue letters with the words in the box. Now, I already started with a group of them, but you need to do your fair share as well.
I think they are in OR group, in sort.
In sort?
Sort, drought, oat.
Okay. Whatever you say, I'm going to write. No problem. Do you want to put them there? Do you want me to put? Okay.
Drought.
Okay.
Drought وoat. Boat.
Okay.
Boat, drought, oat, foot.
No, this is not. These are some of the examples I wrote.
It's already.
It's in the box. Okay.
Yeah, in the box.
I didn't see it. Okay. I thought I made it up myself. Okay.
Toad.
All right. Let's cross the ones we used from the box, okay, to make it easier for ourselves. So we used this, you used this, you used this, and you used this, you used this. What else did we use? You used this. Yeah. We still have this we didn't use. We used this. We used this. Okay, so we only have these four. Where do you want to put them? Brahim, help Noah a little bit here.
أيوة.
So
grow.
والله تعرف.
Grow تحت although ودو.
Okay. What do you want to write in with grow? Although and?
Do.
Okay, let me write it for you. Okay, so now we have only two left.
وين هم اللي left؟ though درناها.
Yes.
cough درناها.
Yeah, cough we did it.
ما زال off. tough. off. off. tough. cough. No. cough مفروض مع off.
Okay.
tough تمشي مع stuff.
Okay, I'll change them for you and we'll find out. Come on. Okay, let's just write on top of it because every time I use the eraser, it erases all the answers. So let's change this. What do you want with enough and rough? What do you want?
Cough with off.
Yeah.
And tough with stuff.
Okay, so you want tough here. All right.
Yeah.
So we only have one word left.
No, although, though.
Yeah, we did
With
that.
grow.
Yeah. What about this word in the box?
No. Which one?
Can you see it? This is the only one we didn't
Brought.
use. Yeah, where do you want to put it?
Brought. نفكر إني درتها. Brought with sort. Brought, sort.
Okay, but there's no space left.
No, no, there's something wrong. Drought. Drought.
We have this one is repeated. The past of buy is repeated.
Okay.
It's in the first group and it's in the fourth group, but we need to remove it from one of them.
Yeah.
Where do you want to remove it from?
Shout. Shout. Out. No. Through. Rough. Enough. Throat. Oat. Oat too. Yeah. Oat. Oat. Tough. I don't know.
Do you want to listen and check?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's listen and check. How many of these do you think you'll get correct? You'll get right, I mean, no.
I'm not sure about any.
All right, let's listen. Let's listen. Oh, it's 50 enough. That's all right.
Sort. Ought. Bought. Brought. Fought. Thought. Stuff. Enough. Rough. Tough. Oh. Grow. Though. Although. Ow. Shout. Drought. Ooh. To. Through. O. Off. Cough.
Okay, so that's not bad at all, right? It's quite good. Yeah, but the first group, how do they say the first group? How do they pronounce it now?
Short, broad, oat, boat, boat, oat.
No, it's not oat, because it's not sort. It's sort, or, right? So it should be
sort.
Yeah, sort. It's sort.
Ought.
Yeah, it's an or. So it's like that's why I wrote boat. Boat, wrote is the same, but fought, bought, thought, ought is not the same, right? It's a little down your throat. You know it. It's it has a potato sound. It's kind of. So bought, ought, thought, fought. These are together. This means drought. Drought is without.
Yeah,
right?
out. Yeah, out.
Drought without. So let's remove drought from here and let's put it in the bottom. So drought is without. Oh, come on. Okay. Drought without. Through and cough were perfectly right, which is great. And what else? So here with sort, we should have, what's the other one? Brought. Brought.
Brought.
Yeah,
Yeah,
brought was the
brought.
only one. Brought was the only one missing. So, so here I think you, yeah, I think you need to practice a little bit this difference between this and this, and this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So boat, bought, coat, caught, float, fought. Right?
Yeah.
Fought, float, fought, or, oh, or. So small difference. All right, very nice. So we can move on. Okay, now we want to use all of this. Okay, Ibrahim, no problem. Okay, let's read these sentences here. So it says practice saying these sentences. Okay, now let's use all of these little tips. And can you read these 6 sentences, please?
We ought to look through those books we bought. I thought we had brought. No, we had brought. We had brought.
It's
enough
the same.
stuff.
Yeah, brought and thought are the same.
Even though he was tough, he had a cough. He bought a house in a rough neighborhood. I think there ought to be a drought. Although they weren't very tough, they fought a lot.
Nice. Okay, can you repeat just number 3, please?
Number 3. Even though he was tough, he had a cough.
Yes, that's it. Excellent. This is a great exercise which shows you just how irregular the English language is when it comes to these to these, you know, tricks and problems.
The OU sound.
Yeah, the OU sound it's incredibly difficult to guess. If you haven't already heard these words, I think it would be impossible to read all of them correctly. Even for an intermediate or even higher student, if you haven't already heard them, you just can't guess them. And so I think whoever put together this exercise, he knew or she knew exactly what they were doing. So it's a good exercise, I think. Great pronunciation exercise. All right, we can move on. So, okay, so in this lesson, the focus is contacting people. So I think it's a fairly straightforward topic. The grammar is nice. We're going to discuss how to use was going to, were going to, was supposed to, were supposed to. I think these 2 grammar rules, they summarize Libyan society and Libyan culture, right? So whenever you talk to someone who didn't do what he was supposed to do, that's the first thing they'll say. I was going to do it, but no. And you know, they give you the excuse.
Making up excuses.
Yes, exactly. Yes, I was going to do it, but you know, something happened. So it's not too difficult, but I think it's very useful. Okay, so let's start. So contacting people. Okay, so here we have a bunch of verbs in the box, lots of verbs, and so these are, I think it's practice for. I think it's phrasal verbs here. I think we're using phrasal verbs here. But okay, let's give it a try. So here, all we need to do is it says fill in the gaps with the correct form of these verbs. Okay, so we might need to play around with the tense, with the verb form. So if you need to change the verb form, feel free to change it and then match it to the right one. Are you back, Ibrahim, or not yet? So are you back psychologically too, or not yet?
يعني.
Did you get the result or not yet?
Yeah, I got the results.
Did you pass?
عركة صايرة في الجروب.
Yeah, I hope everything is okay.
يعني إن شاء الله خير والله.
إن شاء الله.
عندي مادة قعدت لي نقرب في المجموعة كاملة كلهم صفوها على 70 أنا قعدت لي.
Maybe there's some kind of
What do you
mistake.
study?
بدنا نمشي يوم الأحد.
Yeah.
What do you study?
أنا نقرأ في كلية التقنية الإلكترونية.
IT, right?
ET. Electronic Technology.
This is new.
Is it in Tripoli University?
لا شو اسمه جرابة.
Private one. Okay.
معهد.
Yeah, معهد الإلكترونات. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cousin used to study there. All right, okay. Let's hope everything goes well. Maybe on Sunday you can check. And...
إن شاء الله.
Yeah. All right. If you feel like answering, you can answer. But if you feel you're still fuzzy, you don't have to answer. You can just listen if you're not really in the mood. Anyways, so here in this exercise, we just want to complete these gaps using the verbs. The focus or the point of this exercise is it's about contacting people. All right, let me read the first one, which is already answered. Who in your family is usually difficult to get hold of? All right, number 2. No, you can do number 2.
Do you usually give your friends a call on their birthdays?
Okay, let me write your answer. What about number 3? You can try, Brian. Number 3.
When people get your messages, do you generally keep loose?
All right, take your time to think of it. No problem. Let me just go to number 4 with Noah here. No, what do you think?
غريبة ما.
I think because the first gap, he didn't choose the right word, Brian. I think you need to think a little. Think a little. Choose another one.
Leave you messages.
I think that's better, right?
Yeah.
Because if your friend is not there, you leave them a message, right? Whether it's on SMS, WhatsApp, Facebook, whatever it is. Do you generally
call them back immediately?
And I think that's the right answer. I think you're right here. All right. No, you can do the next one, number 4.
How do you usually let someone know you're going to be late?
Okay, number 5, Brian.
Have you got friends from 10 years ago that you keep still in touch with?
Sure.
Have you got friends from 10 years ago that you
What are the only answers you have? Let me circle them. So
he, here, keep, lose, get.
yeah, but be, do we use it like be, or I mean we mean verb to be here. We doesn't mean you have to use it, because remember the question says fill in the gaps with the correct form. So this means you might need to change the form of the verb.
That you are still in touch with them.
I think that's right. Yeah, that you are still in touch with. Okay, what about the next one? Let me cross B.
Have you lose touch with all your friends from your first school?
Okay, and what about the verb form? Do we change anything?
ما فيش إلا.
No, it's correct. The verb you chose is correct.
Yeah.
But I'm asking about the verb form.
Have you lost?
Yes.
Lost.
Yeah, okay. And the next one, Brian, you have only three verbs left.
Okay. Is there a person you haven't
number
hear from for years that you will be like to that you would like to
Two verbs only left.
keep in touch with again. Get in touch with again.
Get in touch is correct. Now the first gap, I think it's correct what you chose, but I think you need to change the verb form of here.
Okay. Is there a person you haven't heard?
How do you pronounce it? What's the past participle of here?
Heard.
How do we say it?
It.
Yeah, but we don't read it like that.
Heard.
Yes, that's it. Heard. All right, so this means number 7. You have the last verb.
How do you keep in touch with friends who live far away?
That's it. All right, so I think most of them are fairly, I think, obvious and clear. But what about number 1? What do you think it means?
Who in your family is usually difficult to get hold of. hold off بالك يعني تنسجم معاه ولا حاجة.
Okay, it's a good guess. Brian, what do you think? Number 1. What does it mean? Who in your family is usually difficult to get hold of? What does it mean to get hold of someone? To get hold of someone. I think it's a phrase.
Get away, maybe?
Get away.
Maybe in contact.
That you can't be separated?
Again, Naha?
Contact with him.
Yes.
Easily.
Yes, that's the thing. To get hold of someone is to contact him or to reach him. So, for example, let's say you need to talk to someone important, maybe someone who works in a bank or a ministry or something, and you ask me his number, right? And I tell you, okay, I'll give you the number, but it's really hard to get hold of him. He never answers his phone. He doesn't answer his emails. He's very difficult to get hold of.
All my family members. All my family members for me.
Yeah, so they're all hard to get hold of when you need them, right? Nobody's there. Nobody answers.
You give them all messages. You give them whatever you do.
No return, no answer.
No.
Yeah, this is exactly what it means. To get hold of someone is to reach them, to contact them. Yeah, that's a problem. I have this usually when I'm out and I try to call home I usually have this problem.
Yeah.
Nobody answers.
Yeah, nobody answers.
Usually, if there are 5 people in the house, 2 of them are out of coverage, no network. One of them is maybe switched off. The other rings and doesn't answer. but you just can't reach anybody, and it's frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So the rest of them, I think there's no need to talk about them. They're quite clear. I think the only one was the first one, because get hold of, it's an interesting phrasal verb. The rest are clear. Give your friends a call, leave your messages, call them back, let someone know, to be in touch with someone, to lose touch with someone, to keep in touch with someone, to get in touch with someone. Do you see how many ways we can use touch here? So you can say, I'm in touch with him, so there's still contact. The opposite is, I've lost touch with him, so there's no contact. To keep in touch with, it means to keep it going on, to continue. To get in touch again, it means you lost touch, but now you got in touch again. You've met after a few years, right? So there's a nice variation here with the word touch. You can use it in different ways to refer to contacting people socially. All right. Now, number 2, work in pairs, ask and answer the question. Interesting. Okay, so Brahim, you can continue asking the questions. Noha already answered question 1. She said, almost all my family are sometimes difficult to get hold of. And you can ask her the other questions, Brahim, and let's see what she has to answer.
Okay. كيف يعني سامحني شوي.
All you need to do is just ask her the questions we completed. So we can find out how she contacts people and get more information about them.
Okay. When people leave you messages, do you generally call them back immediately?
Honestly, no. No. Because I almost read the messages lately, so that's why.
Okay.
Have you got friends from 10 years ago that you are still in touch with them?
Without them.
Touch with,
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, you can ask another question, Brian.
Do you usually give your friends a call on their birthdays?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. For the best of them, yeah.
Okay. Noha, you can choose 2 or 3 questions if you're interested in asking Ibrahim about how he contacts people. So let's find out.
How do you usually let someone know you're going to be late?
I send sometimes I send the messages, or it depends on the person. If I know him, he doesn't read his messages, I'll call him, or maybe send a message and call them at the same time.
Okay.
Have you lost touch with all your friends from your first school?
Maybe, I think so, yeah. To be frank, I don't think they are actually good friends, so.
You're talking about friends or people you knew from preparatory school and primary school and secondary school, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a person you haven't heard from for years that you would like to get in touch with again?
Actually, no.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Um,
Okay. So so we did number 2 here, which is just a quick Q&A. We asked each other these questions. Now number 3 is very, very interesting here. I think maybe all 3 of us will have very different answers, I think. So it says, think of a list of things people need for a successful marriage. So I think we'll have different perspectives because the only one married is not here. So maybe you can give us more objective answers for this, I think. But I'm also interested in what Ibrahim thinks of this topic. All right, so let's see. So
أنا مالي يا لمبي.
yes, Ibrahim.
أنا مالي يا لمبي.
Yeah.
No, this is good. This way we can see what the sort of newer generation thinks of the topic of marriage. Okay, let's take Ibrahim's points first. Okay, so what do you think makes a successful marriage? No, because Noah is already married, so she'll.
Maybe it's not very useful.
Yes, we need your tips, Ibrahim. Let's say you're a psychologist or a counselor. Let's imagine it's not just for you. It's imagine you're counseling other people, let's say, or you're some kind of coach, or let's imagine you're a family doctor and maybe you have a patient who's telling you about his relationship or her relationship with his fiance, or his wife or whatever. So what do you think are some points? If you can't think of 5, that's okay. You can just think of 2 or 3. 2 or 3 things which you think are essential or important for a successful marriage. So here there's an example, the same interests. We could argue that this is a good point, yes, maybe, but not necessarily if you think of it. But anyways, let's say it's an idea. What else do you think is important for a successful marriage?
Well, they tell each other everything, and maybe they don't hide secrets.
Okay, not having secrets. Okay. What else do you think?
Trusting each other.
Trust. Okay. Trust. Okay.
I think they should have know everything about them, about each other, their history, maybe.
Okay, so we could say knowledge about each other's past.
Yeah.
Knowledge about each other's past. Okay. Can you think of anything else? Okay, it's a start.
She's not a gold digger.
Okay, she's not a gold digger. I don't know if you know this expression, huh?
No.
It's a very modern. It's a little bit offensive for some feminists. They don't like this.
Yeah.
This expression, but I think Ibrahim can explain it. What does this mean, a gold digger?
Sometimes people marry each other for just maybe their money or something.
Women shouldn't chase the money.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Relate for
money only.
Because his money.
Yes.
Yeah.
She only wants him because of his money. Yes.
This is the ugly truth, yeah.
Yes, it's the ugly
مش حتى
truth.
المانيا حتى على الجنسية ما نعرفش الإنجليزي.
Yeah, you mean his citizenship, if he's
Exactly.
if he's from another country and she wants a passport.
Yeah.
I think men do this a little more than women. I think they try to.
In my family, women do it.
Yeah. All right. Actually, there's a scientific, not scientific. There's an academic term they use for this phenomenon. They call it in sociology hypergamy. Hypergamy is a phenomenon where, and this is the sociologists say this is natural for human females, for women. It's a historical thing. Women are more interested in someone who is at least equal or more, not less. Most women would not accept someone who is less socially or academically or financially than she is, than her family. And she would, of course, prefer higher. And of course, this has evolutionary and historical reasons, because a rich or a healthy or a financially stable man is better protection for her and her children and her family. You get the idea?
Yeah.
So this sociologists say this is a natural phenomenon. But of course, gold digger is meant to be a little bit offensive. That's it's more of a a popular language. But apparently there is some truth to it, and and on the other side, men are more interested in the beauty of the woman. So they're not as interested in her class. So even if she's poorer than them, it's if she's good looking, if she's beautiful, many men don't have an objection. But the other way around, no, a woman wouldn't accept someone who's lower than her or poorer than her. In most cases, of course, these things aren't absolute. But statistically, this is what it says. Okay, let's hear Noha's opinions. Let's see how close or different they are. What do you think, Noha, for a successful marriage? What should there be between the husband and the wife?
Trustful relationship.
Okay, so trust again, it comes up. Mm-hmm.
And showing appreciation to each other, especially for men, they need to be appreciated.
You mean men need to show appreciation to women, or the opposite?
No.
Why not the opposite?
Because there's a lot of studies about this. The whole world knows that.
The whole world knows that men don't need appreciation.
Need. Don't need. They need.
But I thought you were saying that men should show appreciation to women, not the opposite.
That's what exactly.
No.
Yeah.
So you mean the same way. The wife should show appreciation to her husband.
And the husband should.
Basically, they have to show appreciation to each other.
Okay.
And especially women has to appreciate her husband because he needs that. It motivates him.
Yes. But do you think this is something that women today are doing, or do you think not many wives are not doing this enough, especially here in our community, in our society in Libya? What do you think?
If the woman is clever enough, he will do that, because it's like a tool to get what you want. You understand?
Yes.
So it's a bit a technique to have a good life. To give him appreciation, he will give you what you need. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's logical.
It's Second thing, I think social equivalence.
Okay. Social equality. Quality maybe is the better word.
معناها
I think this is being from a similar class. If the girl is rich and her father is rich and her family is rich, it's a little difficult for her to accept someone who's a little poor. Do you get the idea? You know, there's this is sad, of course. It's that society is not equal, but you know, many marriages between different classes, they don't seem to work very well.
Yeah. What else? Maybe for their marriage to be integral or to be stable, one of them had to know how to listen.
Yeah, the ability to listen, right?
Yeah.
To listen well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's important, this one, and I think it's overlooked. Most people never think of it or think how important it is to be able to listen, right?
Yeah. Especially in such complicated relationships, so you have to. I think that's all. Most important.
I think these are very important tips from both of you. They're quite interesting, and they might help people who are interested in marriage, Bahrain. So you can use these tips, inshallah, when you get married very soon.
Actually, I don't want to get married.
Oh.
No, you have to. Marriage is an important thing.
لا نقعد مع الوالدة نفخلها راسها.
Okay. All right. So these are some practical. Some of them are more practical than others, but these are, in my opinion, these are good. These are nice, good tips. No. بعد ما صيح تفكر. All right. Now.
أخوي اسمعني.
Yeah, I do that too, but I'm careful to mute before I shout. So I go through similar phases.
ما ندريش أنا فجأة وجهي بحداي.
Okay, so tell the class 5 things you chose. Okay, so we did this. We can move on. Okay, so we have a photo here, a picture of.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I think that I should leave now because I have to go for somewhere. So.
No problem.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
So,
no problem. Don't worry.
To meet you in the next session, inshallah.
Inshallah, we'll see you next session.
Okay.
All right then.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so here we have a family photo or a family portrait, or let's call it a family. I think family photo is the best way to describe it. Okay, so we have. Can you read the names of the people here we have in the photo, Brahim?
Trevor, Shayla, Derek, Tom, Peggy, Brenda, Jane.
Okay, so let's find out about these people. It says here in the question, which person is the bride, which person is the groom, which person is the bridesmaid, and which person is the best man? Do you know these words, bridesmaid and best man? I think
yeah. Bridesmaid with the wife's friend, and the best man is the best friend of the husband.
All right. So where's the bridesmaid here? First of all, let's start with the bride and groom. Where's the bride and where's the groom?
Peggy and Tom.
Okay, so Peggy and Tom, bride and groom. Okay. What about the bridesmaid? Where's the bridesmaid?
bridesmaid. I think Brenda.
Brenda, yes. What about the best man?
The best man, I'm not sure actually. Maybe Derek or Trevor.
Okay, I think we're going to find out. But it seems to be more likely to be, I think it's more likely to be, who is it more likely to be, Derek or Trevor? What do you think?
No, I think Derek, because he looks clean.
Yeah, I think Derek, especially because his suit is a little more formal, I think. He's also wearing the waistcoat and he has the flower. Trevor also has a flower, but Derek seems a little more formal, maybe. All right, okay. So we're going to listen. It says here, listen to Peggy talking to her son, Leo, about her wedding anniversary. All right. And then answer these questions. Okay, let's take a look at these questions. Can you read the three questions, Ibrahim? Because we're going to answer them from the listening track now.
Okay. Are Peggy and her husband going away for their anniversary? What do Leo and his sister Karen want to do for their parents? Why do they borrow some of their parents' old photos?
All right, so we're going to find out about all of this. Okay, let's keep it on the family photo and let's listen. Let us check.
Second edition, Intermediate, by Chris Redston and Gilly Cunningham. This recording is copyright Cambridge University Press, 2013. CD 3. Track 1.
Hello?
Hi, Mum.
Oh, hello, darling. How are you?
I'm okay, thanks. Did you get the message I left yesterday?
Oh, dear. Yes, I did. I was supposed to call you back, wasn't I? Sorry, Leo, I was out all day. Hope it wasn't important.
No, it's okay. It's just that, well, Karen and I wondered if you had any special plans for your wedding anniversary this year. You know, as it's your 25th and all that.
Well, we were going to spend our anniversary in the cottage in Wales where we had our honeymoon, but it was already booked. Tom was supposed to book it months ago, but he forgot. So the short answer is no. No plans.
Right. Karen and I want to organise a party for you. It was going to be a surprise party, but we can't organise it without you.
Oh, what a lovely idea.
Actually, we want to invite all the people who came to your wedding. So we borrowed some of your old wedding photos, but we haven't got a clue who most of them are.
Well, we've lost touch with most of them. 25 years is a long time.
What about the best man?
Oh, Derek Bradley? Yes. He and his wife Brenda were our closest friends back then. She was my bridesmaid. They moved to New York just after our wedding. We were going to visit them later that year, but we didn't go for some reason. Haven't heard from them in, 15 years or so. I've no idea how to get in touch with them.
Well, if you let me have all the information you've got, I'll try to get hold of as many people as I can.
Well, let's see. I'm still in touch with Trevor Jones and his wife Sheila. They met at our wedding, you know. And then there's Jane Lewis. We used to share a flat together. I think I still have a phone number for her somewhere.
The best man,
So but the best man was Derek, like you said. He was Derek.
شو اسمها اللي لابسة أزرق؟
The bridesmaid, you mean? Brenda, the bridesmaid?
Brenda, yeah, she's the bridesmaid.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay. All right, now number 1 here. Are Peggy and her husband going away for their anniversary this year?
No.
Why not?
Why not?
Your answer is your answer is right.
To arrange some party.
Yeah, but she actually gave the reason. She said why they're not going away. In the very beginning, I don't know if you paid attention. Because her son asked her, he told her like, Mom, this is your 25th anniversary. Do you like have any plans? And then she said we were supposed to something, but something. Can you remember? Okay, no problem. Yeah, it's okay. We're going to listen again to answer the second part of the question anyways, so you can pick it up later. But at least your answer is correct, okay? So they're not going away for the anniversary, and we'll find out in a minute. Now, number 2, what do Leo and his sister Karen want to do for their parents?
Organize a party.
Yeah, that's right. And why did they borrow some of their parents' old photos?
To invite them. Invite the people who've been in the wedding.
Yeah, because he said that he'll try to get hold of as many people as he can from the wedding itself, right? Yeah, and he might be lucky. Did you know that I got hold of a friend of mine from primary school in the UK, and I hadn't met him since 1995, okay? Since 1995, I hadn't met him, but 2 years ago, because I still remember his name, I thought, okay, let's search Facebook. Let's look for Facebook, and I found him, and I added him, and we started talking. I told him, "Do you remember me?" It was like, "I remember you. You left for Libya." You know, it was crazy. So with Facebook,
yeah, he still remembers.
Yeah, he still remembers. And what's even crazier is I found him on Facebook. You know, I just searched his name, and I compared his photo, because I have his photo when we were kids, when we were 7 years old. So I still have his photo, and I compared it to his photo now, and I told myself, yeah, I think that's the same guy. It's him. And I started asking, and I told him, were you the guy who studied in, because our school was called Northfield Manor School. I told him, are you the guy? He said, yeah, that's me.
That's me.
Yeah, that's me. So it's possible today. So maybe. Yeah. All right. Now, there are 5 mistakes here in this summary, Brian.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can spot all 5 of them.
Tom is not her husband. لا هذيك شيلا. تمام. 30 years old. 30 years. 25. I did the first mistake.
Okay. All right. Let's underline it.
At the wedding. Brenda, I'm not sure. مش عارف. Moved to Australia many years ago. Peggy knows. She's Trevor. تركوا فوق فضلك.
Let's go.
Trevor is married with Sheila.
But has she lost touch?
Touch with her?
Is that correct?
No. She lost touch with 50 years ago. 50 years old.
So it means not with Trevor and his wife Sheila. She hasn't lost touch with these. Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we found 2. Not bad, right? 2 steaks, I think. Can you find any others before we listen?
I'm trying.
Yeah, go ahead. No problem. Would you like to listen to confirm?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, let's go. Let's listen. And also this time, let's find out the reason why they're not going away for their anniversary.
Anniversary.
Right. Yeah, let's listen.
Face2face, second edition. Intermediate. By Chris Redston and Gilly Cunningham. This recording is copyright Cambridge University Press, 2013. CD 3. Track 1.
Hello?
Hi, Mum.
Oh, hello, darling. How are you?
I'm okay, thanks. Did you get the message I left yesterday?
Oh, dear. Yes, I did. I was supposed to call you back, wasn't I? Sorry, Leo, I was out all day. Hope it wasn't important.
No, it's okay. It's just that, well, Karen and I wondered if you had any special plans for your wedding anniversary this year. You know, as it's your 25th and all that.
Well, we were going to spend our anniversary in the cottage in Wales where we had our honeymoon, but it was already booked. Tom was supposed to book it months ago, but he forgot. So the short answer is no. No plans.
Right. Karen and I want to organise a party for you. It was going to be a surprise party, but we can't organise it without you.
Oh, what a lovely idea.
Actually, we want to invite all the people who came to your wedding. So we borrowed some of your old wedding photos, but we haven't got a clue who most of them are.
Well, we've lost touch with most of them. 25 years is a long time.
What about the best man?
Oh, Derek Bradley? Yes. He and his wife Brenda were our closest friends back then. She was my bridesmaid. They moved to New York just after our wedding. We were going to visit them later that year, but we didn't go for some reason. Haven't heard from them in, 15 years or so. I've no idea how to get in touch with them.
Well, if you let me have all the information you've got, I'll try to get hold of as many people as I can.
Well, let's see. I'm still in touch with Trevor Jones and his wife Sheila. They met at our wedding, you know. And then there's Jane Lewis. We used to share a flat together. I think I still have a phone number for her somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Well, they didn't go for their anniversary because the place they went was booked.
Uh-huh. Yeah, why was it booked? What was the reason?
Because Tom forgot to...
Yeah, he forgot to book it in time, so someone else already booked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can you remember what the place was?
Late, yeah.
Can you remember what the place was?
Dolphin something. About dolphin.
No. Cottage. Did you hear the word cottage? Do you know what a cottage is?
With us, a resort?
No, not really. No, a cottage is a bit like a country house, like a house in the countryside. It's it's those old traditional kind of rustic houses in the countryside in Europe. You know, it's built with old rocks, and you have lots of nature around you, no houses. You know, that kind of Tom Sawyer sort of adventure kind of.
Yeah, cabin in the woods.
Yeah, it's a bit like a cabin in the woods. Yeah. The only difference is a cottage is usually a little bigger than a cabin. And I think with cottages, there's sometimes there's maybe a little farm around, some vegetables, a little bit of, you know, maybe some chicken or maybe a little cow, maybe something like that.
It's like a mini farm.
Yeah, maybe a mini farm or something like that. Anyways, let's find the mistakes now. So 30 years was correct. They want to invite everyone who was at the party, at the wedding, correct?
Yeah.
And so the best man at the wedding, Derek Bradley, and his sister Brenda moved to Australia. Okay, I'm going to help you a little bit find the mistakes, okay? So in reality, you have 3 mistakes in these 2 sentences. These 2 sentences have 3 mistakes.
Peggy doesn't know how to get in touch with them.
Correct, that's one. You found one. So she doesn't know how to get in touch. Correct? Okay. 2 left.
They didn't move to Australia.
Not Australia. She mentioned another place.
Where?
Did you hear the other place? Did you listen to the other place? Not Australia, it's another place. They moved. She said to New York.
Iowa?
Yeah, correct. Okay, now the 3rd mistake. What do you think the 3rd mistake is?
Brenda isn't, she's not his sister.
That's it.
Jane.
Yeah, Brenda's not his sister. Brenda's his wife. He met her at the wedding.
Yeah, Jane.
And now she's his wife. Yeah. So Brenda is his wife now. All right. So, you know, this is just a little example about weddings and stuff like that. And getting into contact with people. Now, in our next lesson, we are going to start with was going to or was supposed to. So, so here, can you read the first 2 sentences here in blue? Let me box them for you. These 2, can you read them?
Tom, we were going to visit the Bradleys later that year, but we didn't go for some reason. We were going to spend our anniversary in the cottage in Wales, where we had our honeymoon, but it was already booked.
All right, and the other one here.
Tom was supposed to book the cottage a month ago, but he forgot. I was supposed to call you back, wasn't I? Sorry, Leo, I was out all day.
Okay, so what do you get from all these examples? What's the pattern here? Can you show me the pattern, or at least the meaning? What do you get from these kind of sentences?
Using going to in the past.
Okay.
The first sentences.
You're right. You're talking more about grammar now, but the overall meaning, I'm asking generally here. Not the grammar, but you're right about it. They're using going to in the past. You're right. You're completely right about this. But I'm more interested in the general meaning. What do you get from these sentences?
Telling the problem and the reason.
Not exactly. If I tell you, Ibrahim, if I had an appointment with you and I tell you, Or for example, if you tell me you need to pick something for me, okay? Let's say you don't have a car and you're asking me very nicely, could you please bring, I don't know, a book tomorrow? And I tell you, okay. So I agree. And then after that, I call you at night and you tell me what's wrong? What happened? You're not here. You didn't bring the book. So I tell you, I was going to bring it, but my girlfriend told me not to, for example, right? So So what do you understand from this? When I tell you I was going to come, and then I give you some kind of excuse, but I didn't, or I wasn't able to, or whatever. So this first structure, I was going to come, or I was going to do it, or I was going to buy it, or I was going to infinitive, whatever the verb is. What do you understand from it?
The task they should have done.
Yes, it means this is something I agreed to do, or this is something I wanted to do, but it didn't happen. Do you get the idea?
Yeah.
It's the most common excuse in the book. Here in Libya, if you ask someone why they didn't do something, they will tell you, I was going to do it, but
لكن صار كذا كذا كذا.
Yeah, and then they start giving you all kinds of weird excuses. But the end result is they didn't do whatever they were supposed to do. You get the idea? So in short, this rule is about things you were supposed to do, or things that you were going to do, but you didn't. The end result is nada, it's zero. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. They didn't get the cottage that they wanted to get, right? Because her husband
because they forgot.
Yeah, they forgot. He booked it. He didn't book it, I mean. Or at least he booked it too late. You get the idea? زي يعني باللي بتقول والله أنا كنت بنجي لكن ويبدأ يتسبل. فهذه طريقة التسبل.
ما قعدت ندور في المصطلح عليها بالإنجليزي.
بالضبط هذه كيف تقدر تتسبل. All right. So of course next lesson we'll start from here. We'll talk a little more about this. Do a little more exercise about this. It's not hard. You can already see it's quite easy to use. It's sort of obvious. It's not a complicated rule. So we'll start there, and I hope you sort out your situation with the subject you talked about. Inshallah, don't worry about it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we have conversation. No problem. All right.
Inshallah.
All right then. Bye bye, and see you tomorrow.
تمام. مع السلامة.
مع السلامة.